We all have crazy family members. If you think you don't, that means it's you. Just keep that in mind, all right? That's how we know this, all right? So, John, lately I've been getting, like in the last week, I've gotten 5 emails from prominent people that I am friends with asking me if the banks are going to collapse. And these are people that I wouldn't have thought that. All but one, and he pretty much believes all the conspiracy theories. But yeah, but or the world's coming to an end or whatever, and it's all Joe Biden's fault and all that kind of stuff, right? So, but the other guys are like, I'm like, you're really? And I have to send them a nice email back assuring them that we're okay. And Warren Buffett comes out this week and says Berkshire Hathaway, his company's annual meeting, he suggested fear is contagious and consumers' fears about the safety of their banking institutions are making it hard to respond to the crisis effectively because the people in the banking world and in the government have done such a poor job of messaging what's really going on. That was Buffett's point. And it's causing fear to be contagious. Now, we ran into, I think during COVID, that fear was more contagious than COVID was.
Correct. And more contagious than the fear was the financial incentive for media companies to spread fear. That is that's how they get paid. And so I think he's calling out something that's really important. We're herd animals, so fear is contagious. That's how we've survived as a species. If somebody starts running, we all just start running with them, right? But if you have an entire banking industry, an entire media industry, everybody telling you, run, all the time.
I went out the back door the other day. There was 5 deer standing there, and one of them got spooked. And the other 4 are going, we're running, but why are we running?
Why are we running?
We don't know why we're running. Just the other guy's running, so we're running.
Yes.
That's exactly what happens.
That's what we're doing.
I was cracking up.
We like to think we're sophisticated, Dave. Our brains are operating at that level when we are scared.
We're running, but I don't know why we're running.
I don't know why we're running. Why are we pulling
Everything's going to go. We're going to die. We're going to die.
I think he calls something out important here. It used to be, up until very recently, you had to get in your car and drive down and look at your banker and say, I want to take all my money out. And they would say, that's dumb. And they could calm you down. Now I can just go online with the glow of and pull it all out. Yeah. And so he is right. There is this moment now when we can all be stupid and there's no guardrails on our stupidity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm calling, Dave. I'm almost begging. There has to be some group of people that are running the news stations that have to have a moment of conscience to say, we've got to stop. And I know it sells tickets. I get it. But we've got to come up with another way than just trying to get people to panic because it's going to run us all off a cliff. It just is, man.
The fear porn.
The fear.
Off the media is driving this. And fear is contagious. So other than getting the media to behave, because I still think they're probably going to yell at us that we're all going to die of a tornado by nightfall. But you're going to die! It's just, God, it's hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, probably not. Probably not going to die.
And if I do, guess what? I'm dead.
And
ta-da!
Whatever, yeah. But I'm going with this. I'm sticking with it. So, if the media is not going to turn off the fear porn, fear is contagious.
Correct.
How do we? What are some things that the typical person can do to calm and go, wait a minute?
So I think I've talked about this with you privately. When I was in 2008, 2009, 2010, when the other banking crisis happened, and I was just anxious out of my mind, I sat down with a guy who's works in banking, and I just hammered him, and he got me to a point. The facts are your friends. Facts are your friends. Here's what he said. He said, John, if you take all of your money out of the bank and all of the banks implode, your money is absolutely worthless. And his quote was so fantastic. He said, your neighbor will be coming over to hunt you for your water. It's a different ballgame. So the idea that you're going to save yourself by doing a thing is false. It's not truthful. It's not a fact. So the greatest thing you can do is leave your stuff alone. Leave your stuff alone. And that's just, again, looking at facts.
Yeah, I think the the answer to is fear contagious, how do you keep from catching it? One is you just
turn off everything.
Turn off the stupid television, but the news channels. But the second thing is facts are your friends.
Right.
Okay, and everything that's on the internet is not a fact.
Correct.
Everything that's on the internet is not true. Abraham Lincoln said that. Okay, so that's so you know that these things. So just because your conspiracy theory friend Rachel Cruz says that this is going to occur does not mean that it's actually going to occur. As a matter of fact, it's a high probability if your conspiracy friend's thinking it's going to happen that they're wrong.
Correct.
Very high probability.
Correct. And taking the facts of your friends, take it all the way out. You have $25,000 in cash in a box, and the U.S. banking system implodes. That will be good for kindling. Right? I mean...
kindling. Yeah, you can start a fire with it.
Well, you can start a fire with it. What are you actually going to do?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And so hang in there. There's a whole bunch of other people that have way more money that have a vested interest in this thing working out. So be still and be slow and turn the chaos off your devices.
So number one is stop your inputs, whether they be conspiracy theories or media channels. This number two is sit down and calmly think about and even write down what the real facts of the situation are, not what the rumors or the emotions are, because the feelings will lie to you.
Right. And you have a supernatural ability to do this, Dave. I don't. I have to call a friend that I trust and say, hey, man, I'm spun up on this. Can you give me some wisdom?
Well, that's what my buddies are doing to me, I guess.
And I've got, you have an ability to step back.
They're emailing me going, oh, there's another bank failed. Are we going to? No, we're not. It's just a bad bank. Yeah. I mean, and there's some stupid people in the banking world. Here's the thing. I have observed this, and here's a fact for you out there. If you're worried, if you are got a little of this, you caught this contagious fear bug, okay? Here's a fact for you. I've noticed that you're going to love this from higher education. Financial downturns run on this rhythm and this cycle. When the current crop of MBAs gets to 38 years old and has no memory of the last stupid stuff, they repeat it and cause the next one.
Correct.
And so there's a rhythm. They don't have any institutional memory because they don't have a memory. They weren't there when we survived 2008. So now here we are 8 years later, and 6 years later, and now we're on that rhythm. The people that didn't, I survived 2008. I made a lot of money in 2008 when everything turned down because I bought a lot of stuff while it was down. Real estate and mutual funds, both were down. It was a great buying opportunity, and everything I bought in those days has doubled. And so, I made a ton of money. And so my institutional memory is long because I'm old.
Right.
And but the people making stupid butt decisions, like loaning people money to buy a house who are broke. When broke people buy houses and we sell them millions of them, you're going to break the economy.
Correct.
Because they can't pay the bill, stupid.
Correct.
But when you get a group of people who don't remember that from 2008, they're going to do it again. Because that new crop of MBAs turns 38 and they don't remember the last one. They replicate the problems. And that's a lot of what you're seeing with these bankers right now. They're stupid but horrible practices in a particular bank because a 38-year-old that doesn't remember 2008, wasn't functioning in their role in 2008, is now making the similar mistakes. And that's what's happening. So you're okay. We're okay, people. It's a normal rhythm of dumb butt MBAs. This is The Ramsey Show.